Hey guys, it's Aaron, your personal coach, and welcome to my pain reducing series. So in this series, I'll be talking about how to reduce pain in your back, your neck, your shoulders, and also the hip. So what we're going to start with today is just a basic postural assessment. I do a lot more advanced assessment, which I can show you in the link below. But today I want to show you a very basic assessment just to assess your pelvic position and your thoracic and your neck extension. So what we're going to do here, just to assess, first of all, you want to stand up and you want to just see if you can touch your toes. Right, touch your toes. You can put your hands on the ground flat, even better. You want to have a straight leg, righty? So that's the first test, and what we're testing there is whether you've got a good flexion in your back extension chain. So if you don't, generally that means that you've got a posterior, but if you can get down, right down, if you're too flexible there, generally what that means is you've got anterior. So if we test that, if we go down and we touch, right, generally we've got too much flexibility and we've possibly got that anterior pelvic tilt, which could be starting to lead to the back pain, right? Too much pelvic tilt, too much curve in the lumbar can be causing pinching in the disc, right? So the second test is just going to be a back extension. So with the hands on the back, right through here, right, and we're just going to extend back. Keep the belly button drawn in, extend back. Right. The first thing that you want to look for is how far you can extend back, and the second thing is going to be, have you got any pain when you're extending back? Right. So if you haven't got much extension through here, right, generally what that means is you're more tighter in the front. Right. The hip flexors are very tight, the quads are very tight, and as we go to extend back, it starts to load up through the disc as well. Right. So if we're loading up through the disc, because we're so tight through the front. So the two tests is, we're testing the back extension chain. If you can touch, right, and you've got not much extension, that generally means that you've got an anterior pelvic tilt. We need to work on more quads and our hip flexor stretching and rolling and more strengthening through here. But if you cannot touch the toes, right, you're very stiff here, what that means is that you tighten the hamstrings, the glutes, and if you've got a good extension like that, generally that means that we need to work on more strengthening of the quads, the hip flexors, and stretching. Right, so they're the two tests for the pelvic position. Right, which one are you? Anterior pelvic tilt or posterior? Okay, I'll just run through that again really quickly. So for an anterior pelvic tilt, generally what you do is you can touch easily and you haven't got much extension, you're struggling to extend. If you are posterior, generally we can't touch, we're struggling, and we've got big extension through here, right? So they're the two pelvic positions that you need to identify to where you need to be. Now, the third test is very basic, right? It's just an extension of the neck, and it's more a proprioception of where the head position is in regards to forward head posture. So I just want you to stand here and just look up. Look up, look up. Take note of how far. If you can get a video of yourself like doing these tests, it's great, because then you can come back and like reassess. Right? How far can you extend up your neck? Right? No arch in the back, so we've got to keep this locked on. How far can you look up? Without pain. If you're going into pain in that extension, right, that means that you've gone too far as well. So the second thing that you can do with your forward head position is, so this part where your clavicle comes to, you've got a little hole in there, right? That position there, and this part of your eye, right? How far forward have you got from this to this in centimeters? Right? Is it this far? Is it this far? Right? And that's your head position. That's how you would check your head position. So what you can do is just get a quick picture of your finger here and your finger there, right? Just like that, on a side view, and then you could like measure that, Right, so with some corrective exercise, you could come back and you could obviously see if it's improved. So if you've got excessive forward head posture, see how that gap gets bigger, or have you got no forward head posture? Right, can you see that there, and that there? That's your guidance. There, are we here, or are we here? All right, so they're my 3 assessments: anterior, posterior, and the forward head position. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Aaron. I can help you. Don't forget, check out my website, aaronbuchan.com.